Sup guys at Modern Combat Mod and Game Replays! This is the very first episode of Frontline Fatalities Season 2, brought to you by the Frontline Network. Presented by me, FatalSaint, and Tommy! What's up, Tommy?
What up, Fatal? I'm super excited to be bringing some Modern Combat Shoutcast out to you guys out there in Black Sand Studios, because we got some awesome games.
Oh, seriously, some very awesome games this tournament that just passed. And today we're actually going to be casting a Modern Combat mod game from the recent tournament, which is from the finals. This is the very final game, so it's a best of 3, and it has gone to the third game, so 1-1 between Sandland and DevM. Some very recognizable names there, I gotta say.
Yeah, everyone should be able to notice those names straight off the bat. We've had Sandland on for a bunch of casts before. I don't think we've ever casted DevM though, so I'm really interested because he was absolutely top of his Vico game.
Maybe we casted a live cast with him, I think. But, you know...
we could have done, yeah.
Maybe, but I can't actually remember. But yeah, everybody should know who DevM is. Damn evil, vicious mouse, isn't that it?
That's it, yeah.
Yep, and we got Sandland from WMD playing in the north as the Americans. So as Modern Combat Mod, it's a bit different from Vico, but I do believe it's, you know, it's still pretty similar. I don't know, Wehrmacht versus Americans somehow.
Well,
maybe
the matchup in Modern Combat is, I think it's quite a bit different. It's both sides have access quite early on to HMGs, so either side can play campy if they like, and both sides have access to quite strong irregular infantry. What we'll see as we go along, I'll be trying to point out all the sort of the nuances of the mod as we go along. But basically, the US side, starting up here at the top with US, with Sandland playing as US, they tend to have slightly smaller squad sizes, generally speaking. Although actually, with the builder units, their builder units are more numerous and they're stronger, and their regular infantry are stronger as well. But all their infantry are a bit more expensive. So I suppose US are a bit like the Wehrmacht in that instance. And then you have down here the PLA, the Chinese. They're all about the numbers, the mass,
the horde, the blobs, the destruction of militia running around in huge ass blobs of like 40 men or something. I don't know. It's 6-man squads, which you're gonna see in this shoutcast. And I think, you know, we'll comment on Modern Combat Mod for you people that are not so familiar with the mod during the game. But, you know, if you play Company of Heroes, I could tell you that much, that it's probably pretty easy to get into Modern Combat Mod because, you know, the systems are pretty similar. You have 3 doctrine trees to choose from, and, you know, it's all about the flanking and the destruction of complete units of your opponents, basically, so you can get an upper hand on the battlefield, just like in Vico.
Oh yeah, I mean the design principle is all there. Cover still works just fine, but there are some awesome new weapons that we'll see. I don't want to spoil anything yet. I think we should just wait till we get into the game and we'll see some of these awesome new stuff. Because the guys who made the mod have done a cracking job.
Yeah, seriously, all the models and also all the unique maps that they have done, just like in this map, as you can see in this building here in the center. This is not a Vico building, it's far from it. It's some old concrete building with no roof, and, you know, the windows are all shattered.
Some
and
communist flat block.
Yeah, and you can see some trucks around the road and oil barrels and, you know, all kinds of stuff. Some very nice new models, just very... You know, I guess they
polished.
Should be, very polished and realistic. But yeah, let's get this show on the road. So this is the final third game of the finals from the recent tournament that was just played over at Modern Combat. And we got Sandland in the north as Americans, DevM in the south as the PLA, and we're gonna go get started in 3, 2, 1, unpause. And we are 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So one thing straight off the bat from the Americans, you are not forced to build all your base buildings in your base sector. As long as the sectors are connected, you can actually build your barracks like in the middle of the map, or like almost inside your opponent's base if you want to. Obviously, it has to be connected all that way. It's probably not gonna happen, but you never know.
Yeah, you can... it doesn't lock down a sector like the British truck does, because obviously that whole British truck mechanic was always like one of the most rage-inducing things about opposing fronts. But it's like, what? I can't cut you off because you have no cutoffs.
Yeah, exactly.
No, with US it's different. You can place it anywhere. So I think that what we're going to see from Sandland now, Sandland actually he chose to build it in his HQ area. So
he's going very Vico on us here. So, you know, maybe it's one of those dynamic futures that people need to like get into their heads that I don't have to build it in my base sector. I can actually build it somewhere else, but it feels a little bit unsafe having it on the front line. Maybe I don't want to do that and get MG pinned or something. Everything that pops out of my barracks. So, but Sandland went with his barracks first, obviously, and you also need to unlock it just like Wehrmacht, but you actually have to unlock all tiers, tier 1, 2, and 3 for Americans to build the actual building itself. So Sandland went 1 combat engineer, unlock, built his barracks, and he's building his first rifleman out of that barracks.
Okay. So yeah, he's got a total of 2 engineers, 1 going off to cap the right-hand side. This map, in case it's not looking familiar to you, this is actually one of the maps that was in the SNF map pack tournament that was also fairly recent. They've just changed some of the models, and they changed obviously the buildings and stuff back to Normandy for the purposes of that. But for all intents and purposes, the resource layout and everything, you should recognize it if you've been keeping up with the recent live casts over on Game Replays. And it is a very, very good mod. This was actually voted for against to be one of the auto-match rotation maps, but unfortunately it was actually beaten by one of the other maps that got in. One of the other new maps that got introduced with 2.602. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I can't remember which one it was either, but yeah, it was just barely beaten, I think. We got a first clear engagement here, militia versus riflemen. Riflemen are capping under fire. They're gonna back up, gonna get some support from their combat engineers, which in this game is very decent at fighting actually. They're far
combat
from
engineers
the
are
engineers
good,
of
but they're expensive. They're expensive. They do cost 220 manpower, so they're not cheap. And also the riflemen cost 300 manpower, so they're like a grand squad compared to the militia, which only cost 240, and they come out a lot quicker. The thing about the whole militia rifle dynamic, militia very, very good at close range, suck at long range. Riflemen pretty much good at all ranges, but they will lose to militia if militia get the jump on them with those nasty AK-47s.
Yeah, especially if you go for, I think the doctrine is called Future is Now or something like that. You can get upgrades for your militia, which makes them even better at close combat, which just basically grapes riflemen in close range. But obviously, you have to... We got a little bit of a worker stall here versus
Ring
the
around
rifle.
the roses here.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, but he's completely outgunned. Very nice microphone, both Sandland and DevM running around his head share. This is basically a very prolonged engagement, I must say, and Sandland is just like, oh, come on! I don't have time for this.
Okay, fuck you then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand here in green cover and wait for you to actually try and go cap something. And here we go, some militia is coming to reinforce, but some combat engineers at the same time is gonna tip the tide in favor of Sandland again. Combat engineers versus engineers from DevM on the left. DevM is forced to retreat a little bit, but we have an MG supporting DevM, which is gonna open up on the rifleman. But as long as he stays in heavy cover, riflemen are pretty suppression resistant actually.
Yeah, they should be pretty much immune to suppression right there. And now we have another nice new unit coming out here.
So cool.
Just, yeah, it really does look awesome. This is the Humvee. Now, the Humvee is quite powerful. It probably sits somewhere between the Jeep and the Brain Carrier in terms of power, if you're thinking Vico. It's got good armor, and it really has a lot of good dodge bonuses. It can dodge a lot of projectile fire, but against sustained small arms, it will go down.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of time to actually take the Humvee down, and it has a very nice decloak radius, obviously, so it's a good sniper counter. Something else that we need to talk about is that the PLA can get snipers out of their tier 1 building, when Americans can only get it out of tier 2, so you got a little bit of a sniper, you know, dominance in the beginning as PLA if you choose to go for that, but the Humvee is very, very good at hunting snipers, I must say.
Yeah, the Humvee is very potent. It's got a really nasty gun on top as well. If that thing gets to jump on a sniper, the sniper is toast. And,
such a nice flank from Sandland.
Oh yeah,
the
very
Humvee
nice flank,
and the
actually.
rifles.
DevM is coming in a big wide flank actually with 2 militia squads, but they were just a bit late to the party.
Yeah, I think actually Sandland saw him because he passed by the 5 fuel, which is decapping now, so he would have seen it coming. But I think it still would have been outgunned even with the Humvee in support of his rifles. They're a little bit hurt, and they're gonna start losing men, you know, quite soonish.
Yeah.
Capping under
Now
fire
let's see what
though.
happens.
He got the decap on the 5+ at least. The 10+ is still in Sandland's hands, something that American really needs, you know, in my opinion. You want a steady flow of fuel in the beginning here, so you don't get out-teched by the PLA player.
Yeah, PLA, their first vehicle is much like the M8. It can kill vehicles and infantry reasonably well, whereas the first vehicle out from the US is only good at killing infantry, so much more like the Puma. We haven't got any vehicle. Oh no, we do in fact have the tier 3. Wait, support structure. Is that? I think it's actually the tier 2 building coming up from DevM.
I do
think.
believe so. We do have a tier 2 mechanized headquarters for Sandland, because the third building is the vehicle headquarters, I do believe.
Oh yeah, the third building is actually quite expensive in terms of fuel. The US really do rely on their fuel income.
Very early teching from both players, I must say. It's only been 6 minutes, and you could see some games where teching doesn't happen in like at least the first 10 minutes maybe.
Yeah,
depending on the mapping, the fuel income on the map, obviously. So on this map, we're gonna go check out the attack map real quick. We can see Sandland has the 10 fuel on the left here, the +5 he got back, and the +5 out of sight of his base, which gives him the +26 income that he has right now. So it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a nice income. Ooh,
we do have
nice
a striker.
Mine laid by DevM there on the right hand side. Damages the engine on the Humvee. Yep, we do have the first vehicle in the field as the striker. That is going to be really good against these low health militia, but if something else comes out from DevM, some other kind of vehicle, no, he's getting a tank hunter squad. Now this is a squad, this is a 4-man squad that comes with a single RPG. Can be upgraded though for 50 munitions to get themselves a second RPG. And we also have some flamers on this engineer squad. So engineer from PLA, they can get flamethrowers. But what is awesome is that the combat engineers from US, we haven't seen any yet, but they can actually upgrade the shotguns, which are absolutely menacing at close range, much more menacing than a flamethrower, but very fragile.
I don't have the stats of Modern Combat, as I haven't been in Core 6 to change to look up the stats and stuff. But it seems to me that the flamethrower in Modern Combat has a much more steady flow of damage than the very erratic crit system of flamers in Vico. That's what I feel.
Could well be right. Yeah.
It just feels like, it feels like my flamers actually do some damage like quite reliably in Modern Combat, wherein, Vico, it's just like my flamer's doing nothing for some reason, and then all of a sudden everything just combusts and dies. Like, what the fuck? Why didn't you do that the first time? RPG opening up? Oh, misses the striker just by an inch. Huge presence of PLA forces in the center. DevM is not gonna give this middle VP away. It's got a Humvee.
Check out these 2 mines in the middle though from DevM.
Yeah.
He's getting so close to him with this striker in this Humvee.
But what I actually liked to see was from Sandland. The first thing that happened when his Humvee hit the mine was that he got minesweepers on one of his combat engineers. Humvee hits another mine, but we should also state in this mod, obviously there's 2 types of mines here. There's actually several. I think you can get flame mines as well. Yeah, there's anti-personnel mines, and then there's anti-vehicle mines.
You've got anti-personnel mines, which I think is what the Humvee just hit, which is why it didn't get a damaged engine.
Yeah.
They are really only good against infantry. They won't do a whole lot to a real vehicle. But then you also have anti-tank mines, which are a bit like telemines. And then with that, you then also get those incendiary mines, which are much like the scorched earth. Fire traps you can lay.
Mexican standoff on the left. PLA hiding behind a building from the Humvee and the striker and the rifles and engineers, and now Sandland is placing some nice mines himself in this little bush here on the left side. Here we go.
Why did the striker have to ruin the fun? He had to come around and get him.
Yeah, goodbye PLA.
Taking a lot of damage actually, they're getting very low.
Oh, look at that striker machine gun on top there. Just drapes
really
everything.
Vicious, isn't it? Yeah.
And as you can see here on the bottom here, it actually has slots for 2 squads as well. I'm not sure about the capacity is 10, so you can get 2 rifle squads in there, I guess.
Yeah, 2 full rifle squads, or a couple of combat engineers with
ferry them around. Oh, I would like to see some ferry action with 2 rifles popping into the striker, going behind the MG and popping out.
Yeah.
Sniper out from Sandland from his tier 2 building. He's gonna open up on his MG, is what I'm guessing. Yep. MG gets 1 shot and he's down to 2 men.
Now it's worth noting actually that the sniper from the US, it can't cloak normally like a regular Vico or PLA sniper. Instead it has to be in cover before it can cloak, and as soon as it fires it goes out of cloak and stays out of there until you get back into cover and manually toggle the cloak once again.
Yeah,
but once you're in cloak you can move around as much as you like without firing.
Yeah, very close to losing one of the combat engineers. He cut it close with the retreat. He's down to a sliver of health, but he survived, so great unit preservation from both players, really. I haven't seen a full squad go down anywhere.
No, nothing yet. This got this really nice sort of dynamic going on at the moment. I think we have the first vehicle coming out now, though. This is the amphibious fighting vehicle, yep, from the PLA. Now this thing will chew up that striker, and just about everything that Sandland has right now is going to go down to this thing if he doesn't get a counter out soon.
Oh, here comes the full PLA army with the vehicle backup. It
Oh
just
my
looks
God,
so
that's a lot of
awesome.
infantry, and that sniper is getting very close. He gets decloaked.
He gets focus fired. There's just
Surely
no way.
he can't survive. No, he goes down.
Full retreat from the American forces here. He's sent out his engineers to the right side here to go capping probably. And he does have a mortar half-track out, or a mortar carrier. Which did he lose the entire rifle squad?
He lost the entire rifle squad. Two of those guys got a crit at exactly the same time and went down.
Yeah, I just barely missed it. I can see the corpses on the ground though, just north of the
in pain.
just north of the +10 fuel there, which is getting decapped. We do have an upgrade to the Striker here, so he got an anti-tank upgrade on his Striker mobile gun system. So now it can't carry troops anymore. It doesn't have the top MG, but it can fight vehicles pretty reliably.
Very, very well. The Striker
long range
is very, very good at killing other vehicles. That thing, it's like a martyr.
Here we go. First shot gonna take on the amphibious vehicle. Oh, aim time. There we go.
So long.
Oh, did you hear that? Oh, the sounds are just so awesome. Like boom in your face. Oh, damage engine. It takes huge chunks of health out of the amphibious vehicle. They're gonna chase it well.
3 shots before it goes down.
Wow, out of control.
The PLA vehicle managed to get a couple of penetrations on the front, but it wasn't even nearly enough.
No, it took way too much damage. Just 3 shots to go down from that mobile Striker system.
But the Striker is very vulnerable to RPGs, so DevM just built himself another one of those vehicles, and he's now actually he just spent 100 munitions upgrading it with a weapon that is going to allow it to fight that Striker mobile gun system. It's giving himself an anti-tank upgrade. So that's going to reduce his anti-infantry firepower, but it's a bit like the Puma upgun. It's going to allow him to fight vehicles a lot more effectively. And it looks like Sandland is going for quite a mechanized army with this mortar half-track carrier as well.
Yeah, we got a first upgrade for our riflemen. Oh, two of the MT-203 grenade launchers, which is mashing up these militias on the right side right here.
When they hit, they're actually very, very painful. If they hit like a rifle squad or something, it's super, super painful.
Yeah, I think they're fairly, they're pretty accurate as well. So they get another large engagement on the right side this time, not on the left. Sandland has shifted his forces over to the right. DevM, in response to that, shifted all his forces over. But he can't really reliably fight this Striker, even though it doesn't actually kill infantry reliably. Now and then it actually get a snipe off or two. PLA is going to force the American out of the base, or out of the map again. And as you can see on the map, it's turning all red for me, and probably for you, Tommy, it's turning all blue.
All blue, yeah. Sandland looks like he's having a bit of trouble fighting the infantry at the moment. He could probably do with mixing it up and getting himself some counters to this militia, because these militia they're not even upgraded with the Future Is Now upgrades.
Yeah, I think he's unlocked the overwhelming firepower from that same tree. I do believe it's the Future Is Now. So he's going left side on that tech tree, I think. And the second one is going to be... Is that one of the tanks? Or is it the third one?
Ooh, the Future Is Now. All I know is that at the bottom of the left-hand tree, I think you get the super tank. You get one of the biggest tanks in the game, which is... yeah, nasty.
Yeah, very mechanized. He's got another... Sandland has another Striker out now, not upgraded yet, so he's going to use that as anti-infantry with the backup of the mobile gun system to fight that actually pretty damaged light tank right now.
Yeah, he could go and hunt that thing down. I think DevM realizes he's about to get hunted down. Sandland's really going all the way now.
He should be very cautious of mines, but luckily for him, there are no mines from DevM on the right side.
I think he had some balls initially, but then he thought, no, I don't have the balls for this.
They shrunk when he realized there could be mines everywhere.
The closer he got into DevM's territory, the more his testicles shrunk.
More his testicles shrunk. Yeah.
DevM now has a sniper out though. That's a PLA sniper, which is just like a Wehrmacht or US sniper in Vico. That can move and snipe and cloak all at the same time.
We do have tier 3 up for DevM. Vehicle Workshop is producing something. Can you tell us what?
It's producing an AT gun, so obviously he's had enough of trying to fight this Striker with ordinary RPGs, because RPG teams are just... They're not very powerful right now. They really do struggle to hit things, because they recently changed it from a recent patch, which made RPGs extremely powerful, made them a bit like rifle nades, or more like Piats in fact, where they could kill tanks and infantry really well. Yeah,
like old Piats could snipe infantry and kill vehicles as well. We do have mortar coming down on the central VP, which DevM is trying to cap. It's a very dangerous game. That hurt. 3 guys down. He's not leaving. Another one.
He needs to get out of it.
He might lose this
How
militia
lucky
squad.
is DevM?
Oh, very, very lucky.
Oh, he really should have lost that squad, but wow, so we actually have 4 squads now out of militia from DevM, as well as this sniper and an MG. So he went for a big chunky tier 1, but I think it's really paying off. You know, he's taking a lot of map control from Sandland here.
Yep, we do have a striker fire support vehicle out for Sandland. He's building, I do believe he's building a javelin team as well, which is like the RPG guys for PLA, but much more reliable. And they also have a secondary option how to fire. They fire the striker missile, no, not the striker, the javelin missile straight up into the air, and it comes down from above. And as long as you have sight range on the vehicle, it's like you hit pretty reliably.
Yeah, it's it basically makes it longer range and I think more accurate, but obviously it does lock it down as well. So a squad becomes a lot more vulnerable to getting mortared or just ganked.
Yeah, snipe.
Now, what's nice, we actually have this double striker system now out from Sandland, which is going to be a massive anti-tank. And I think what this fire support vehicle does is it buffs them a bit like a CCT.
Yeah, it's like a Cromwell command tank, basically, you know, in the ways of Vico. Lots of forces from DevM. You know, I gotta check here. It's 3 militia, an RPG squad, an MG, 2 engineers, that light tank, and the AT gun, plus that sniper that's been scouting out the mortar half track or the mortar carrier from Sandland. But at the same time,
he's got himself a Type 81 multiple launch rocket system, which is like a Calliope.
Oh yeah, that thing is pretty good. It's very good against infantry, I must say. It's pretty mediocre against vehicle armor types, but against infantry it's very good. But we got a massive assault from DevM. He's prone to force Sandland out of his little stronghold here on the right side. It's gonna be a huge
goes
engagement.
off, but smacks harmlessly to the ground. He isn't having much fun with these RPG teams.
Here we go, Javelin is locking down, just behind that little hedge type thing there. RPG misses, is getting blasted some cover into pieces. RPG guy's getting sniped, retreating. Yeah, that's good.
They did need to get out of there. He actually, I think he realized that the Javelin team, because the Javelin team, even though it fires the rocket upwards, it can't fire
here comes the Type 81.
over shot blockers.
Type 81 is opening up. The rocket launcher.
Oh, this could be really nasty. Oh, he might get a lucky rocket off on the sniper, but he doesn't quite. Did a lot of damage though to the Javelin team.
To the Javelin team, yeah. We should also mention the Americans doesn't have, you know, at least not, in my opinion, a very reliable healing source. Like PLA can upgrade like Panzer Elite to get healing from their headquarters.
Oh no, Americans nowadays,
American
they can get
to
passive
buy
healing.
Oh yeah, they get some passive healing with, yeah, you can buy the passive healing as an ability.
It's a bit like Vet 1 on Wehrmacht infantry.
Yeah, but they can also use, I think it's 40 munitions at their barracks to get one of those CCS heal type deals.
Yeah, exactly. Pay per use.
Yeah, pay per use healing with limited
Whereas
time.
PLA, DevM actually got super early healing, which I think is going to be quite a strong strategy to go for, sort of lots of militia and then super early healing to make up for the small squad sizes. he got healing very early on.
Look at the
and
snipers.
he's really using that to good effect, because all his militia have been kept in tip-top shape, even when they haven't been getting that many kills.
DevM sniper might be seen here, and that enemy sniper is just right there.
No,
He's going to retreat. Let's see if he gets a counter snipe up. There it goes!
Oh!
PLA sniper bites the dust.
Nasty.
Very nasty. Okay, so DevM has been forced back into the center to reinforce his troops a little bit. His RPG guys are back on the front, but as we said, they're not extremely reliable. But with the AT gun there, that's gonna help against all these vehicles from Sandland.
Yeah, the AT gun, it actually has a very narrow cone of fire. I'm just gonna show that to the viewers here. If you select it, its cone of fire is much smaller than a traditional Vico weapon, Vico ATG. So it's not quite sort of the be-all end-all of AT. Here comes another rocket launcher.
Oh, it's straight on the sniper. Oh, it takes him out!
Sniper bites the dust, and those rockets really don't do a whole lot to the mortar carrier, do they? But
no, it's pretty mediocre against vehicles, all in all.
Yeah.
It's gonna hunt this mortar half track with the RPG guys. Mortar half track is turning around. RPG fires. Boom! Right in the back.
Nice shot from the RPG team there.
PLA is pushing on, but he doesn't have any proper AT support. His AT gun is limping over to the right side. With that he can push the vehicles back.
He has his DO5, that light tank with that big gun, but it's just gonna die so quickly to those double strikers.
Yeah, Sandland actually has his striker mobile gun system split up, one in the middle left and one on the right there. So
I'm amazed that the Humvee stayed alive with 5 kills now.
That's pretty respectable for a Jeep type vehicle.
Yeah.
So we got Sandland moving out, I think with his minesweepers on the left side here. He's gonna go sweep some mines and hopefully cap some fuel back to his favor here, because as we can see in the base, Tier 1 and Tier 2 is up for Sandland, but not Tier 3 yet. And Tier 3 is obviously up for DevM.
Well, Tier 4 is in fact now up. Is up. He's got his armor workshop and he's now building himself a Type 59 main battle tank. That thing is going to be... Actually, those things actually get a real chunk ripped out of them by those strikers. Those strikers really are very, very strong AT.
They're very good AT.
All the same, it's going to be very, very good, this Type 95. It's a bit of a damage soaker, and it's a hell of a lot stronger than this light tank that he's running around with at the moment.
Sandland actually opted for going for more anti-infantry. He got himself another rifleman squad, so he's got 3 riflemen, 2 combat engineers, and he's upgrading to the M203 grenade launcher on the Mint rifle squad as well. So I guess he's tired of trying to fight all these militia blobs, and getting AoE weaponry against that is pretty good. Mobile rocket system opening up.
Rocket launcher straight on the mobile gun systems, not doing a whole lot of damage though.
Main battle tank is out, but with 2 strikers there, wow, they're really taking huge chunks out of that tank.
Yeah, doing massive damage.
And the javelin opening up.
As good as he's getting, but
I'm not sure what the javelin actually hit. Nothing, it seems. There it goes. Main battle tank goes down.
Ooh, and javelin's firing as well. Javelin's bringing down the hurt on that light tank. The light tank could go down here.
Ooh, strikers. Oh, there it goes! RPG guys are gonna go in pursuit of those very hurt strikers, but they actually survived.
And all the while, that mortar hard track was raining absolute hell. Now with 21 kills from Sandland, doing an absolute number on all this low health PLA infantry. He upgraded with a futurist now doctrine. He got himself some
Type 98, 88.
Yeah, Type 98 assault rifles. They're going to make him a bit better at medium and long range, but even so, it's very, very painful. I don't know if they're going to beat out these rifle squads.
Maybe we should talk a little bit about veterancy as well. As you can see, Sandland's rifle squad, he got a bit of veterancy, and he chose to go defensive vet, just like PE troops can go offensive or defensive, while PLA gets more of American vet, I guess. You get
yeah, they do.
You get a veterancy.
Rocket barrage coming down on the middle.
Huge! The captured AT gun gets instantly decrewed, destroyed, and everything.
Oh my god!
Ouch!
That is painful. I thought it was just going to be 1 rocket initially, and then there was a second one, and then a few seconds, and then whoa! Suddenly all the rockets come down.
I guess it's kind of similar to Fu or something. So
yeah,
1 rocket and then just it rains down hell on you.
Yeah, a bit like Fu. So much upgraded militia now from DevM. Just a really huge amount.
So as we said in the beginning, there's differences to the American and the Chinese vehicles and infantry. They're cheaper, they can take a little bit less flak, but as they're cheaper, you can produce more of them. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Losing 1 won't lose you the game as PLA, but losing 2 very expensive pieces of equipment as Americans might lose you the game.
Oh yes, definitely, definitely. Just zooming in for a little model look at this Type 59. It looks absolutely awesome. Really, it looks so cool. You got the little Soviet star on the side as well. But yeah, those Type 59s, they don't do very well against double strikers.
Double strikers are very powerful, especially with the backup of that.
Yeah, with the fire support vehicle as well, giving it buffs. I think they give buffs its range and its accuracy, very similar to the CCT. So, very, very nasty. 3 rocket squads now out from
Yep,
Sandland.
we can see in the base he popped that healing. I can see it at least. You can see the area of effect.
As well. Yep. Yep.
And he's healed his rifleman squads, and they're coming out again, and they're gonna go at these RPG guys in the house. I think the mortar is opening up on it as well. No, actually on the camping militia, which is down to 1 man at the 5+ fuel there. He needs to move those militia. He needs to move those militia real quickly.
He's being so ballsy with these militia.
He's gonna cap. Oh, he didn't get the cap, and he lost the squad.
Oh dear.
Oh. We got another sniper out from Sandland, and we got another infantry upgrade to, I think, all 3 of the rifles, at least 2. I have 2 of the upgrade icons on my screen. So, there we go, that's the 3rd one. So, as you can see on the rifles now, 2 of them in the squad are gonna have those heavy weapons.
Oh, did he get himself a saw, or is that,
no,
or is that 2 rocket launchers?
Yep, 2 M203.
Damn, that's gonna be really, really painful.
Oh,
that's a lot of blob infantry in the middle.
Instant retreat, that was the only thing he could actually do. Here comes the Type 59, but he's gonna go tango with these strikers, and first shot misses, it spells disaster. He needs to back off again, yeah.
Yeah, he can just get kited with that Type 59 right there. He really needs... Well, DevM just built himself a second Type 59.
Well, I guess it could win with overwhelming numbers, even though, you know, they're inferior to the American weaponry or the American equipment. You know, with overwhelming numbers, if 2 tanks shoot at 1, usually the 2 tanks will win, even though they're a little bit weaker.
Yeah, true, but I think strikers, they're cheaper than Type 59s, and now, yeah, I don't know, two strikers with the buffs from the fire sport vehicle just seem to be
strong.
So painful.
You
saw those rocket launchers. Did you see what they did to that?
Yeah.
Militias? They really messed it up.
They're seriously good against blow up infantry. Wow, they're really graping these militias. He needs to retreat. He might lose them on retreat. He
pops disciplined fire for a few seconds. He sacrifices movement speed to get extra accuracy, but it also affects you on retreat.
Yeah, which is a terrible choice, apparently. He lost his militia squad. Here comes the Type 59. He's gonna open up on this infantry and get some few pot shots on them. They're pretty good against infantry, but they don't do like any huge splash damage, so they get usually sniped one guy after another.
Yeah, they sort of remind me a bit like Hetzers. They're kind of like damage sponges that will snipe infantry, but they're not made for infantry.
The RPG just fucked up that truck next to the digger.
Oh yeah, that's awesome actually, the way that thing split up.
Yeah, that was really cool. RPG is getting shot at the mobile striker system.
There's another rocket launcher coming down somewhere. It's coming down on the 2 strikers over there on the left-hand side.
Oh, there it is. Strikers forced back off.
To get out of there just in time, but they force the strikers back so the Type 59 can move in.
He went for the squish. Yeah, he went for the squish, and it was instant infantry retreat from Sandland. There was just no way he could fight that without strikers and without getting squished. We got another Type 59 out from DevM, so yeah, he's gonna try to win with superior numbers.
By numbers, yeah. I mean, those Type 59s, they cost about 80 fuel. They're sort of roughly on par with P4 pricing, so, you know, you can spam them, but it's not cheap.
Oh, mobile rocket system opening up on the Javelin and the Sniper. He's just dodging rockets, really. But that mortar half-track, 26 kills! Mortar carrier from Sandland has 26 kills with double offensive veterancy. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I think DevM can really spam those 59s as he's been in control of basically all the fuel on the map for the whole game. He's had both the middle fuels on the left and the middle fuels on the right, like most of the game really. He must have some pretty hefty income.
He's had very, very good fuel dominance. But I think, yeah, Sandland's beginning to sort of build up his army now. He's doing well at killing off militia. And we now have another new unit. This is a regular squad. This is a bit like if you imagine that militia are Volksgrenadiers. These regulars, they're 5-man squads, so 1 man less, but they're a bit like grenadiers. They're much stronger. They can actually hold their own against unvetted rifles.
I just realized I'm watching Sandland, obviously, so overwhelming firepower is not a PLA doctrine, obviously. I thought I was watching DevM for a while there, which I mentioned before. So yeah, it's the American doctrine.
Oh, but you can see there the effect of regulars. That mortar hit landed right on them, but they didn't lose a single man. They just lost a bit of health, so they have a lot more health per man than your average militia.
Yeah, the
which
militia
is really,
are very
good when you're fighting area of effect weapons and stuff like that from these rifles, these rocket launchers.
So all these Type 59s, I think they're gonna
like a little armada.
Yeah, a tank armada is gonna move over to the right, I guess, to try and prevent this decap on the 10 fuel there. I think it's a 10 fuel.
And now he's actually getting himself another regular squad, so I think he's sort of switching tack a little bit. He's going to get himself a few of these regulars. Regulars can upgrade themselves with Type 88 sniper rifles, which make them super useful against riflemen and light vehicles and things. But another rocket barrage doesn't do a whole lot. Forces off the rifles though in the middle.
Yeah, they just got the cap on the BP though. Flamers opening up on the rifle squad on the right side, capping. Oh wow, she lost 2 guys to 1 shot there.
Yeah, that was painful.
He was capping though, so under fire from a tank when capping equals a bad day for you.
Yeah, I'm loving this armada of tanks. This is what I love about this mod. It becomes proper big tank.
Here we go. PLA is moving into the center. He's going for the VP cap. He's gonna try to get the cap and try to win with VPs because Sandland is slowly and steadily making progress on the middle and both on the right and the left side.
Oh god, these units in the middle are taking so much firepower.
Oh! Did he lose the entire squad?
He lost the entire squad.
Ouch. Brand new.
That is indeed painful.
Almost brand new regular squad goes down to 1 mortar shell, which lands the mortar carrier at 31 kills right now. That's very effective.
That thing is sickening. Yeah, it's. I mean,
And now it's
the
opening
mortar
up an
half track
HMG.
DAE is very painful, but damn, it's painful. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously painful. And Sandland is just having his own little
Striker
armor armada.
armada.
Yeah, striker armada protecting this VP in the center. He's going for the
Well-
cap on the with the combat engineers. He's gonna get the cap here maybe. Here comes the Type 59. He's gonna move in, but with 3 strikers there right now, it's a little bit too much. 3
Yeah, I
tanks
think
versus 3 strikers. I'm not sure who's gonna win that fight.
I think that as long as Sandland keeps as many strikers as DevM has Type 59s, he should win when it comes down to it. But I don't know. It'll be a close thing. I think DevM could use another AT gun, honestly.
Abrams on the field from Sandland.
Oh, we have an Abrams. Oh, it's the Abrams, the Tusk.
The Tusk is unlocked and he just bought it. I saw it rolling out on the field here, or I saw it on
Now-
the mim map.
I should probably talk a little bit about the Abrams. There are 2 types of Abrams. You have the regular Abrams that comes in the armor doctrine, and then you have the Abrams Tusk. Or maybe it's the other way around, but basically there are 2 types of Abrams. This is the Tusk model, which is, I think it's better. It's just all round better. I think it's a bit like the difference between a Pershing and a HVAT Pershing, and the Tusk
Yeah.
is a bit like the HVAT Pershing.
Yeah, and it can really battle it out with this, with the 59Ds.
59s,
Yeah,
yeah,
with the
definitely,
59s
yeah.
because they bounce on the frontal armor, you know, maybe 50-60% of the time. I think it just feels like half of the shots bounce.
Yeah, it's so sexy, that Abrams. Just like the Pershing, it's so sexy.
And you can only have one, but if you lose it, you can obviously build another one. So it's not like a
You
King
can't
Tiger
pull
or
it in
anything.
again, yeah.
Yeah, but you can
No,
only have
no,
one
it's a
on the
bit more
field
like
at the same
Tiger.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah, more like
Yeah.
the Tiger and Pershing, not like the King Tiger or Jagged.
yeah.
Not a one-type
Honestly,
shot.
the damage from the super tanks in this game isn't huge, but that's a deliberate thing. They're more of just massive damage sponges. They're not like the KT, sort of the kill everything, fight everything, counter to everything, but they are very, very good. And for 1,000 manpower, you'd expect it.
Yeah, Sandland is really snailing his way back into this game, I must say. You know, he's taking control of the center completely now. He's gonna get the cap again. Here comes, he's gonna try to stop
Here comes
him.
the proper big attack now in the middle, and there's rocket barrage coming down on top of the Abrams.
Oh, nice.
Sandland doesn't notice.
Oh, ow, 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 ow. That hurt a little bit.
Oh, he kills a
Oh.
whole squad of something there. But
But
those Type 59s are
strikers-
getting ravaged from
The
the rear.
strikers are moving in on the side. And this one with the damage engine, his destroyed engine, toast. Rocket.
Another rocket barrage goes in.
Here comes the whole armada from the Americans, gonna counter these T-59s.
Oh my god, and now that fire support vehicle as well is giving buffs to the Abrams. It's a
Oh,
huge
wow.
damage.
Wow, that was a huge tank battle. That was so impressive, and he actually killed the engineer on retreat as well. And as you can see, all of these tank corpses almost are burning now. There's another feature from Modern Combat. When the tank gets destroyed, there's a chance, a very high probability chance, that the fuel tanks start burning, which is so
Yeah,
cool.
gas tank goes up, yeah. DevM is really in a bad spot now. He's changed tack completely. He's trying to just sort of grab the VPs as much as possible. But meanwhile, his base is getting ravaged
Oh!
with a base rush.
One RPG guy is not gonna do much. He's got another one popping out of the building there.
There's a mine right in the middle of the
Oh,
base, though.
immobilized Abrams.
Immobilizes the Abrams.
Ah, but there's so many tanks.
There's just too many. The RPG guys can't get a foot in. They're just going to get squished or sniped.
Ah, there one goes down.
Ah.
DevM got the top VP, but he's losing the bottom VP to Rifleman sneakily capping outside of his base. So the VP
He's
stands.
grabbing the middle VP, but yeah, he lost the top VP as well. Now triple snipers out from Sandland. That's just cruel.
Wow,
That is
triple
just cruel.
snipers. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I swear he only had one like a minute ago, and then suddenly, where did the other 2 come from?
I have no idea. I saw one, and then there were 3. They multiplied themselves.
Nice use of this ability now. Extra accuracy on these militia up near the top, but less movement speed. But it forces a retreat from Sandland. You can see even at long range as they're retreating, they were still taking a decent amount of damage there. But the mortar half track is a good counter to that ability.
Yes, you get so slow.
Oh.
Mortar Hammer can really grab you. Oh, he lost. He's getting mortared at the VP cap again.
Yeah. this
But at
is
the same time, Sandland is in DevM's base, and this spells disaster for DevM.
Yeah, I don't know how close DevM is to getting a super tank. I think he must be at least a few CPs away. because that Chinese super tank is one of the, I think it is the strongest in the game. If you think of the Abrams as like the Pershing, then the Chinese super tank is like the KT. It's just bigger and better, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There's another tank being made. I think that's another Type 59. I'm not entirely sure. Being made out of the armor workshop. But it's just not going to be enough. You can't. You just need
3 strikers and an Abrams. What are you going to do with 1 tank? There's just no way.
He gets a double vet militia squad in the middle. That's something that you don't see very often. Is vet on militia. They are very difficult to vet up.
HQ goes down for DevM while he's capping the center VP with 2 militia, which is getting sniped. He might lose the whole squad. There it goes.
No, that means the DevM has only this single 3-man regular squad, but with triple snipers, obviously that's going to go down very quickly. This tank is about to pop out. It's another Type 59 from DevM. He might just try and go for Tusk while it's immobilized. But
I think he's going to run away and try to get like protection on his VPs or something. But he's going to get chased by all these strikers. They're everywhere.
Yeah, so many with this fire support vehicle buffing them as well. It's just savage.
Oh my god.
Boom, boom, boom.
Seriously loving the sound. GG is called and it is over, folks. Sandland takes the title of the first Modern Combat Tournament winner.
Yeah, because this was their only very first tournament. I mean, obviously, balance right now isn't perfect, but considering how long it's been out, it's pretty damn good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I think when the Black Sun Studios guys, when all the devs go back and they're probably going to be rewatching some of these tournament games, seeing the kind of strategies that people were using, and sort of trying to adapt the balance for that. But altogether, I think this mod is shaping up really, really well, and I think they could be in a really good spot with balance in a few weeks' time once they've tweaked a few things. But that was a really awesome game. I just love the tank battles.
That massive tank charge from Sandland. The counter charge actually, because DevM instigated that first attack, lost it, and then he got counter rushed by all these strikers with the backup of the Abrams. The Abrams really, really tipped the tide for Sandland in that tank battle. It's so resilient, such a good tank.
Yeah, the Abrams is really it's so powerful. It has so much HP. I got to look up in Corsic so I actually see the stats for this. But it has a lot of hit points, and then just like the regular US infantry, he didn't get a whole lot of vet on them. I think he actually may have lost a few squads along the way, but he just built himself a few fresh squads to go out and cap. But those. Yeah, you got an 11 kill squad there with those rocket launchers. So painful against militia. They're so low health by 1 rocket. It's like, don't tase me, bro.
Don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me. So yeah, that's the final game from the recent 1v1 tournament over at Black Sun Studios Modern Combat mod. Very, very awesome. I saw some streams from you, and I also saw some streams from DevM, and most of the games were really interesting and very enjoyable to watch, I must say. This mod really plays out well.
Yeah, there's a real sort of metagame emerging with this sort of militia spam into tier 3 with these early vehicles, but the late game US with these strikers. I mean, check out the triple defensive vet striker. God damn, that thing is
8 infantry, 2 light vehicles, and 3 tanks. That's very respectable, I must say. Strikers might be the way to go.
All the strikers actually have a decent amount of infantry kills. They could probably do with toning down the infantry sniping ability of the strikers a tad.
You obviously go for the change from going from anti-infantry to anti-tank, so toning it down a little bit wouldn't be a bad thing. It's something you choose to do. You don't need to do it if you don't want to, and keep it as anti-infantry, the MG on it. And then you have the choice to counter those amphibious vehicles, and then at the same time the amphibious vehicles can upgrade to a light tank themselves. So it's choices you do in the game depending on how you want to counter your opponents.
Yeah, there's a lot of variety out there. Lots of, tiers we didn't even see. We didn't even see tier 3 from Sandland this game, but in tier 3 you get some awesome stuff. You can get you can build Bradleys, which are just, think of them as like an Oswind.
Yeah, kind of.
They're so good, and they can even get themselves a rocket launcher, which you can then use on a pay-per-use basis, almost like a Panzerfaust that does a load of damage to Chinese tanks. It's really, really awesome.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's some form of a tow missile. I'm not sure. I know you can also build tow missile emplacements as Americans, for example, which we didn't see in this game. You know, there's
Yes,
a lot
yes.
of variety.
A lot of unexplored stuff we didn't see this game. Yeah.
Yep. So if you like this shoutcast and if you want to head over, you can. I guess the easiest way would to go to Black Sand Studios webpage and go to their forums there and read up on it and download Modern Combat. Or just maybe Google Modern Combat mod for Company of Heroes, something like that.
Yeah, it'll be big.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be big. You know, as we saw in this tournament, there were a few pretty big names. There was Sandland, obviously, DevM. You played in the tournament.
I played in the
Pepsi
tournament.
played, I think.
Pepsi also played. Yeah.
So the pros are liking this mod, I think. So this might get really big.
Yeah.
So thanks guys for watching the very first episode of Frontline Fatalities Season 2. This episode featuring a Modern Combat mod game from the finals in the recent 1-1 tournament. Stay tuned for more, and be sure to go and check out the Frontline Network on YouTube, a newly joined channel opened up by me and Tommy. So we'll appreciate all the thumbs up and likes and comments and subscribers and everything.
There will be lots of stuff coming from the channel over the coming months.
Yep.
Lots of stuff.
So thanks guys for watching, and stay tuned.
Yeah, see you guys next time.
See ya.